So I bought a smoke detector, and this is just a cheapy Chinese one. I don't know if it's going to be any good or what, but we're going to set it up and see what happens, really. So here's the unit, tidy little thing. Runs on baby oil. Pour baby oil in the top here. It runs off the battery. It's got a pump in it, so it pumps the smoke around. Comes with all sorts of little devices for plugging holes up. So we're going to go in through the air filter at the minute and test all the intercooler and piping and see if we got any leaks. So hopefully it's to block the hole if it opens up big enough. Seems that's it. So we'll lock that off. And this bit will plug into this bit here. So that's connected, and then we just connect it to the battery and turn it on. So it's on. And check for leaks now. Alright, good news, no leaks. I'll pop that back out, that's just all the bit will come back out, but yeah, that's good, I'm happy with that. No leaks. I'll try and do the exhaust now. Right, so we've got that in there, pumped up, so that's sealed. I did have to get another bit of pipe from the van, it wasn't quite long enough. But we try now the exhaust. So this is literally checking all the exhaust now, and we've switched it on to smoke. We'll have a little look and see what is leaking and what isn't. Got a weird leak there. That's definitely coming from the top of the exhaust there. It's a bit odd. So I might have to take that wrap off and see what's going on there. There's definitely a leak coming from the top. Ah, there's a few leaks now. Okay. No leaks here though. This is where I was really concerned about having leaks. Nothing here though. So I'll turn that off. Definitely nothing at the front. But definitely a few odd leaks going on here. It's coming out the top there. Yeah, so it looks like the top of that join is all leaking. Can't see anything else, I think. Oh, so this is what I'm using to sort this out. I don't have a welder, so I can't weld it. So I've basically smeared that around that joint, and that should sort that out. I mean, I've used this on the downpipe connection from the downpipe to the turbo. I've used that on there because that doesn't run a gasket, and that's fine. So this is pretty good. I think we got one more, so we'll just let that set. It's very quick drying, this stuff, and then we'll have a look at the back here and see what's going on, why that one's leaking at the back. But yeah, so far I'm impressed with that little bit of kit for the price. I mean, what was it, 35, 40 quid, something like that. So far it's doing the job. I did think I would have problems more at the engine side than down here, but there you go. And this one comes with this amazing sort of pump up bung thing. Ideal. I know some of them didn't come with this, and I made sure I had this. So we've waited for that to set, so we're doing another test. I think there's something going to be down this bottom here. There it goes. So yeah, we pasted up a few little leaks on there and on the back, just along the side there. But yeah, for the money, I'm impressed. It's good. Let's put that back on. But I've always been told, like, putting heat wrap around exhausts, some people say it's great. Other people say, well, if you drive it in the rain, the heat wrap is going to get wet and then it just rusts your exhaust. But I don't really drive this in the rain, but unfortunately I have been caught out quite a few times in the rain coming back from shows and stuff, so I don't know, but I'll leave that off for now anyway. But yeah, for the money, that little smoke detector was brilliant. So next up, I'm gonna do an inlet pipe to the turbo in silicone rather than the one that's there. Obviously I'm having issues here with the MAF sensor getting extremely hot, and I don't know whether it's something to do with heat transfer of this metal. So silicone pipe, let's try it. The pipe off. So I'm using Jubilee clips for markings at the minute, so this is where I'm going to cut. I'm going to cut it using a sharp knife around the Jubilee clip on the inside there. So cut this one, cut along there as well, and then we'll do the other one for this lower section here. Yeah, just using that as a marker to go around. So that's one. So that's that section. We do the bit on the bottom now for this one. So we ended up something like that. We put our joiner in the middle, and might have to trim it a little bit just to get it right, but yeah, try it. I'm just fitting that pipe that I bought to sort of replicate this metal one, because I think this metal one's giving me issues because it keeps fucking the sensor up, which is in there. So hopefully with this it won't mess it up. So a few bits of trimming here and there, and it's in. So yeah, I'm kind of hoping this isn't going to give me any heat transfer, because it's obviously rubber rather than the metal, but we will see. But yeah, bit of trimming here and there, and it's in there. Obviously it needs to be in this position because you've got the wiper arms which come down. So yeah, I'm quite happy with that. So we'll see. We'll just get some Jubilee clips on it now and see how that goes. Well, you know, it doesn't cost a lot. I don't have to buy Jubilee clips or anything like that. And we just see whether more silicone helps with it. I mean, after I run, it was quite hot to touch, but obviously when you turn the engine off, it got even hotter when you touched the metal pipe. I think the heat was transferring straight into the MAF sensor and basically warming it up during the engine shut off period, that's all. And obviously there's no vents in here or anything to let the hot air out, and it was just basically cooking. I think that's probably why these MAF sensors are not lasting that long, about 2 years roughly. Well, one thing I didn't think would happen is the sound of the turbo being slightly different, but it is. Well, after that little run, that's cold. And hot there. Put my hand on that, that's fine. Under there is alright. Well, let's do the test now. I'll put the bonnet down, leave it for a bit, and then see how much heat transfer comes across. It's been about 20 minutes now. Feel the heat. I can't hold on to that. That's way too hot. But this is the key. Oh, flipping out, that is bloody hot. It's still hot. So just use our tool on here. 65 there. And just under in this area, I'll just do a reading down the bottom there. Yeah, there's still heat going through there. I don't think I'm gonna completely eradicate that. And then what is it on the inlet manifold here? 60 degrees. I think, like, conclusion for this is I need some bonnet vents to literally let the hot air out. Because obviously from that run a minute ago, nice and cool to the touch, no problems. But as soon as you turn the engine off, I left it 20 minutes there, and the MAF sensor housing is 50 degrees. So it's potentially cooking the bloody thing. Yeah, I don't know. I have got some bonnet raisers upstairs I could put on. Put some bonnet raisers on. That would let the heat out. But I don't like the fucking look of that. It just looks shite. But yeah, really, it needs some sort of vent to let that hot air out, sort of around here and around there, and just let the hot air escape. I think that's the problem. Bonnet shut, complete solid bonnet, and it's just very, very hot.